Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa. Thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on the video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. In any event, soul family, I'm happy that you're here. And just know if this message is reaching you, it is not an accident. This message it's a timeless message. It's reaching you exactly when you're supposed to, whether it's on the day of me uploading it on May the 20th or at some other point in time. Doesn't matter. You're right here where you're supposed to be. So, welcome, soul family. And today we're going to just pull some cards and see what's going on, see if we can get a message for the collective. And I do want to call in my tarot guides and angels, as well as yours and our ancestors. Beings of the divine light are welcome here. And of course, I do ask for Archangel Michael and Yeshua to preside over this reading and put a wall of protection around us, myself, and you as the viewer. So thank you, Michael and Yeshua. Ashe. And let's get on in here and see where we go today, shall we? Ooh. Okay. Oh, me time is here. Enjoy your own company as well as ocean of emotion. Find a safe place to express your true feelings. And you're invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. Okay. So, looks like we may have been feeling a little bit limited in some way, not being able to truly step into or express our true selves, but Spirit is inviting us to take stock and just take some time out to kind of reflect and show up in your true authentic self. Who else you gonna be? I see everybody else is taken. I often wondered about that. People that talk about packaging, and especially in the online community, we hear a lot about catfishing and people scamming and pretending to be somebody else and all that. My thing is, if you don't care enough about who you are as a person to present your true self to somebody, you're taking people's choices from them. You're basically saying who I really am, my real person, is not worth knowing. I've got to make up a fake being to be. No, we're not doing that no more. We're called to be authentic. We have, oh, Commander Ashtar is here. A call to action: take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. Along with Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful to the planet, come back to Earth, and stay grounded. So, yeah, it's time is out for the fakery. You are wonderful just as you are. You are called to be who you are. And guess what? Anybody that don't like it, they need to go back and reconsider, because what would make a fake being any better than the real thing? You know, like what they say, I'd rather have the ugly truth than a pretty lie any day. Because truthfully, you, whoever you are, as you are, is beautiful. And if you have personal things you want to tweak or work on, that's up to you. But still, standing in your own authenticity is the best thing, because I don't care who you are. You ain't a good enough actor to hold that facade forever. So you might as well show the real you. It's too much work trying to be somebody, something you ain't, right? Look at here. The root girl came out, the disowned self. So if somebody is having somewhat of an identity crisis here, you got to know that who you are is worthwhile. Dream thief, refusal of the call. Wow. We can't have that. We're going to have to get in here and see what's going on. I don't know who got you feeling unworthy or in that place. And I get it. Just say it only takes one person, one negative thought to cancel out 10 good ones. But no. Whoever told you you weren't all that was sadly mistaken, because I heard Spirit told me on the grapevine that you kind of a big deal, but I need for you to know that. So let's get in here and see what we got going on. TikTok. Yeah. Go the distance. Ooh. Okay, so I get it. Whatever you got going on, you just stuck in your head. I'm not saying it's not necessarily called for. We got by the book here, to be fair, TikTok, and go the distance. So you may have really had life circumstances, people around you, previous whatever, really doing a number, getting up in your head. And I understand that. We've all got some traumas and things, programming from people. And I'm not even saying they necessarily meant to do you bad, but this looked like somebody really was trying to make you play small. They really wanted you to forget who you are. And that may have been a lifelong thing. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying, whatever you thought, you're under some false programming. And Spirit is saying, no, no. We get it. You've been on, like I said, you've really had someone, is it, what is they call it, pissing in your lemonade, but or dropping your cookie in the sand. But no, no. We're being called to action now, and to stop refusing this call. You being given a grand invitation from Spirit to step into your true self and into whatever Spirit has for you. Let me see. Who are these people, Spirit? Who are these people? A Knight of Cups. Has somebody been kind of blowing smoke and being a little bit disingenuous with you? But you're an Empress. So somewhere down the line, a Knight of Cups may have come along, and that's kind of a dreamer, kind of. I'm not saying that you. Sometimes a Knight of Cups isn't bad to have on your side, but in this instance, no, nope, 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 yup, no, absolutely not. Ace of Cups is here with the Empress and Temperance, and the Eight of Cups. You got to walk away from this programming. This is absolutely false programming that has gotten you stuck in your head and got you believing that you something else. But the divine is saying you are due for a new beginning. Do understand that you are a mystic vessel. You are being called into this Empress energy, whether you male or female, because the Empress, yeah, Knight of Swords is a swift action taker. But the Five of Pentacles is lack. So you might have been stuck in this position of lack, not believing that you are who you want to be or thought you were, or however that goes. But no, 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 absolutely not. The world awaits here. And Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Queen of Swords, it's a decision time. Yes, absolutely. This is independence. This is the Queen of Swords. Don't play. She said what she said, and it is what it is. But very often we got to understand we have to kind of morph into that Queen of Swords energy. It requires this walking away, this understanding that these cups that were here, whatever these emotional ties were, they do not serve you. They're turned over. Let them be turned over. Walk away. You can rewrite this. It does take this decision point, this understanding, determination. The Knight of Swords is going to charge ahead. He don't give a rap happy. He's on his mission and not going to be deterred. And that's what it's going to take. Look, yeah, the devil is here. And the Hanged Woman. Yeah, Five of Wands is here too. So truthfully, it's, yeah, it's been a lot. And I understand why you might be called to this reading then, because you've been kind of beaten down by life a little bit, looks like. But there is promise of something else. You got to know who you are. You got to step into this Empress energy and understand that spirit got your back. This devil energy, it doesn't have to stand because you're being invited to see it differently and rise above this conflict or competition. Let me see here. Let's get some more to see what's going on here. This is not what I was expecting today, but hey, it is what it is. I guess I didn't really have an expectation, but I'm just trying to see. Why is the Knight of Cups here, Spirit? Three of Swords. Yep, that's got to go. Knight of Cups in and of itself don't look like a bad deal, but when it's, like I said, I ask Spirit what's going on here because it's kind of, the energy is kind of back and forth all over the place. It's because somebody has been deliberately kicking sand on your cookie. There's some heartbreak here. This is real grief. This is not being treated fairly, but it doesn't have to stay that way. They're in the way of this Ace of Cups. The world is here, fulfillment, but you got to get to it first. Page of Wands is here with the new ideas. So yeah, ushering in a new ideas are coming in with the Empress. So you're gonna have to get in that hanged woman energy and see it differently. Oh wow, Temperance is here with Justice. Okay, so yeah, authenticity is key, and understand that this is something that can be overcome. It must be overcome because you do have a higher purpose here, and there is divine guidance here for sure. Ace of Wands. That is divine inspiration, kind of setting out on a new path as far as what things are going. Because the Eight of Cups is here, so that will be clarified by the Ace of Wands. Walking away from this, understanding this heartbreak, and walking away from it will allow for this spiritual justice to come in, so that you can get to something that feels better. Ace of the Cups are about emotions. Knight of Swords is here with the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a rule maker and usually has to do with like religious systems, institutions, that kind of thing. And truthfully, it may very well have been, like I said, major programming. This Knight of Cups might not even be an individual per se, it could be lifelong. What you've been made to feel like due to the programming, a sense of kind of not enoughness, in the way, stuckness, not just, yeah, like I said, not knowing who you are. The oh wow, yeah, okay. Five of Pentacles here is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So there is a very real something in your past that has had you in a feeling of not enoughness, kind of alone, stuck. But truthfully, with the Five of Pentacles, that's a seasonal thing. You're not truly stuck. It may have been a rough patch, but you can get past it. And yeah, Queen of Pentacles is here with the World, so I know for sure you will. I love this Queen of Pentacles too, by the way. She's beautiful. She's beautiful, she's caring, and with this world, would be her being here with the world, she's being called to something bigger. Definitely. Uh-oh, what we got? Three of Wands with the Ace of Swords. So yeah, it's incoming. With the wands, the ace, I mean, well, yeah, the Ace of Wands is like an inspiration or an idea, which you do have here. The Two of Wands is like beginning to put it into motion. Three of Wands is kind of looking for it to come in. It isn't materialized yet, but it's kind of an idea, the hope or faith that is coming. And the Four of Wands is when those ships do come in. So Three of Wands is showing you got the Ace of Swords here with this conviction, this idea, this truth, divine truth coming in. But you got to know that some of the material stuff, it's going to shape up. It is. We got the Queen of Queen of Swords here with the Five of Wands. Okay, so they're not going to like it, but you're going to set them boundaries anyway. Anybody that don't like it, they can Five of Wands get the heck on. That's what they can do. And truthfully, the Five of Wands is more of competition than conflict. So here in this deck, they call it disagreement. But in this progression of cards, I'm kind of seeing with this devil energy coming out, there are people like somebody for real has tried to limit you, maybe because they saw that you are headed for something great and wanted to keep you small. I'd like to think that it wasn't intentional, but sometimes it really, really is, especially if other people, the powers that be or the folks around, can see that you're headed for greatness when you can't see it. They deliberately try to shoot you down, but you're going to get to this point of strength, to understand that it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, with this devil energy comes strength. That actually puts the devil energy in a different light. This may genuinely be about some more of the pinnacle situation. The devil energy is about kind of self-imposed restrictions. Sometimes it is about outside forces and can indicate spell work or evil eye or something like that, but more often than not, it's about that sense of accepting that being held back when you really don't have to. And you really don't have to, because strength is here telling you that you can overcome this. Why is the Hanged Woman here? Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. So you got to learn to see it differently, to step into what you're supposed to have. And in this deck, in the moon deck, it's luck is the key word here. So it's not even about whether you're not going to be on the top or the bottom of the wheel. In this deck, it does imply being on top of the wheel, but again, you got to learn to see it differently in this cycle of grief. Step into this world Ace of Cups energy and become the Empress. And why is the Five of Wands here again over here? I just noticed it was there in there. So there is some conflict and competition. The Moon. So you still can't see it. Okay. That's why you're so caught up in this. And I'm not saying caught up in as you can help it. You may have life, may be just really lifing in a way that has not allowed you to see this yet. But please understand, there's a progression here that Spirit is trying to tell you. Go the distance. You may have been trying to do it by the book, and that might be why you've been so limited. Like I says, to be fair and by the book is here, but go the distance and TikTok is also here. So it's saying, regardless what it's been before, stop allowing this dream thief and this disowned self. I honestly think that this truthfully is kind of the root of the reading. Not understanding or stepping into your full knowingness of who you are has allowed us a bit of a refusal of the call. TikTok, time to let go of that though. Let me see here if we get some other. Do we have here? The King of Keys are here, and the Architect. Yeah, it's in your hands. Which the Architect is like the one, or it's an ace again. And the Ark of the Covenant, spiritual backing. But it does recognize that there has been something seriously going on that's hampering you. Caught in the ruins is here. That's kind of that like I said, this devil energy here. But strength is here to help you deal with it. Five of Forces is here, which is like the Five of Swords again. But there's also as a timing card, summer, winter. So change is on the way. What is this? The Queen of Forces is here. So Queen of Swords is kind of appearing twice along with this Ace of Forces, the Akashic Field. So this goes deeper spiritually than you may have wanted to consider, and it may be very well be something that goes back ancestrally or something even more spiritual. But it looks like, well, I mean, I always, within the tarot, you do have the means to get out of any situation. You do have to just see it with the Hanged One here and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Strengthen the devil. Let me see here. What do we got over here? Okay, back here we go with his disowned self. Indecision is here and storm warning. So Spirit is literally giving you this TikTok message saying you cannot stay in this energy. If you do, you're going to miss out on that which is Spirit is trying to show you a way out of this. You got to come out of this period of indecision and this refusal of the call and make some firm decisions. I mean, that's what the Queen of Swords is about, being decisive. And she showed up here twice in two different decks. Oh, Cornucopia is here. So, and it came out here over Ark of the Covenant. So, Spirit has something for you. Cornucopia is like the world and the Wheel of Fortune together. It is everything, deliverance. But you got to get to it. This Yeah, you gotta get your way. It's there for you if you'll get to it. You have assistance though. Archangel Chamuel is here. What was that? And the sun is here. Okay. Caring connections and envy. Oh, okay. This can denote one or two things. Of course, we'd all like to think that a caring connection is on our way, but sometimes because caring connections and envy came out together, it may be a caring connection that is either not good for you or another caring connection in the background that's trying to keep this positive caring connection coming in out of a sense of envy. So, where that, you like I said, take it how it resonates. But truthfully, the caring connections came out here over the Queen of Forces, and envy came out with the Akashic Field. So this may be actually something that goes back to an ancestral thing, something from another lifetime. You may have actually had someone that whoever it is that's pissing in your Kool-Aid may have followed you from lifetimes to try to keep you from leveling up into this world energy along with the Empress, keep you from knowing and understanding who you are. And it's led to this bit of this refusing of the call and being in this disowned self. Let's see here. Whoa, what was that? The moon, it fell to where I can't really get it, but that was moon energy, which is a bit of notoriety. It's like this, kind of like the star, but it's a little bit more hidden. Whoa, we got man here. Oh, yep, yep, yep. The fox is here, and then the swans came out. This is love, and something is in the way of this. So there is somebody or something, most likely somebody, that's trying to put a hitch in an energetic hitch in your giddy up out of sheer envy. They're standing in the way of this caring connection, mainly by causing you to doubt yourself. You may have been seriously hurt in the past, but you got to walk away from that. Three of Swords is that walking away. That I rarely see the Knight of Cups as something negative, but when it came out there first, I really felt like it was not the positive thing that we necessarily saw. And then when the Three of Swords, I'm sorry, came with it, that lets me know you got something in your past, relationship wise, emotionally, that appeared to be something positive, may have appeared as a knight, but a knight, it's not as an immature energy as a page, but it's still not a solid emotional offer. And there's some deception there, some trickery there that's standing in the way of this love situation. Let me see what else is here. Yeah, time. Or actually, further information is needed. This magnifying glass, there's something you're not seeing that's hidden, but it will be. It's gonna come out in the open because Park is here. It'll deliver. It'll be made known to you. This is a gamble. It can go either way because it's kind of up to you. Then maybe that's why those cards came out initially with this warning about TikTok and going the distance. Yeah, this is something that goes right down to the core of your stability. The tree, I mean, obviously a tree is roots, but in this one, like I said, it also has the tree of life. It denotes here the Kabbalistic tree and choices. Oh, now choices denotes that you could go either way. It's not necessarily a right or a wrong choice. It'll just be different outcomes based on what you choose. But what is coming out here over this envy scenario, that kind of tells me that the person that's really holding you up energetically might be somebody that you think is a friend. It could be a friend, family member, whatever, but you think they're on your team. I'm sorry to tell you, they're not. They're literally standing in the way of what you really want coming to you. And it looks like pure and simple envy is what is at their motivator. So I don't care how pretty they smile in your face. It's a page. I mean, well, they're saying a knight, but it don't really look all that knight-like energy. It might be standing in the way of your new opportunities too, because child is here. I'm not saying that sometimes it's a literal child, sometimes it's business and blessings. High honor is here. They blocking quite a lot for you, but change does need to happen, and looks like is on the way because we came out here with ended up here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Woman. You just gonna have to learn to see it for what it is. Stop trying to make these people be on your team when they really ain't. Oh, you gonna have to find out. Message of concern is here and great fortune. Yeah, you definitely gonna have to figure out who this enemy is that you sleep. Well, I don't want to say sleeping with the enemy because you may not be actually sleeping with them, but I mean there's somewhere there's an enemy in your camp, but you're called for major change, whether you're male or female. We started out here with the man, but caring connections is here with this tree of life and the stability, the Queen of Forces, and privileged lady. So you're meant for this change, this high honor, the money that comes with it, and everything else. So main male, look at there, privileged lady and main male came out together. Wasn't looking for love, but there it is, right there. Privileged lady and main male right next to great fortune and this message of concern. But there's also denoting change here. So for real, TikTok, go the distance. That's what the card said coming right out the gate. Because one monkey don't stop no show. And in this case, it looked like it's probably more than one monkey, but That's the saying, as the saying goes. Let's see what we got over here. Kind of admonition we got. Advice from Spirit. Spirit says, pave your own way. Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. So forget what them people said. And like I said, stop denying the call. Answer it. Trust your visions, intuition, and plant seeds. Because you have a soul mission here and a life purpose to step into. There it is. The edge. Take a chance. Do something different. In order to see change, you're going to have to do something different. Yeah. And at the bottom of the deck, we got obstacle here. Find another road, flexibility, and change. So the change then came up twice here. Let's see. Where are we going? Let's see what. Grab some of these Akashic cards. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I didn't want all of those. But what's this? Okay. Oh, yeah. We started out here with unexpected storm, destruction, conflict, unforeseen change, sudden news, past suffering. The past is affecting the present. Lack, betrayal, let the past go. Decisions, contemplation between two people or two paths to stay or go. Didn't we just see this over here with this envy scenario? Cards ain't lying. I just work here. External party situations, karmic partner, friends or family, work, other people or obligations. Yeah, this is messing with your foundations. It says family, foundation, commitment, home, marriage, celebration, security. They are definitely in the way. Reflecting and shadow work, deep introspection, hermit energy, avoid period. So yeah, you're gonna have to go within and really look at the relationships around you. There is something you've overlooked. There's an enemy in the camp, so to speak, that's definitely putting a hitch in your giddy up and interfering with your manifestations. And it is something wonderful sitting out there for you. Attraction is here. Passion, mutual feelings, feeling drawn. But you're not getting to it right now because of that. But let's see what we can get as far as if spirit got something. How are we gonna get out of this, spirit? How are we gonna get out of this loop? Because yeah, how is our loved one gonna get out of this here to get to what you got for them? Okay, acceptance. All is as it should be. Try to see situations through the eyes of your best self. You have the wisdom and the will to refrain from judgment, so send blessings instead. When you do this work and go back and do this reflection and figure out who this is or what it is that you need to change to get this unstuckness, you don't have to fight against it. You ain't even got to, wagging the finger, letting them know that you know what they did and you know what they. Just have the wisdom to see it and act accordingly. Change is here and flow and transformation. Life is change and flow and transformation. Life is moving in an ebb and flow of change. Accepting change makes it much easier to navigate. Embracing change is the key in thriving or key to thriving in life. Live with integrity. Authenticity is here. Are you being honest with yourself? Is someone not being real with you? The world needs truth. Use your intuition to speak it without judgment. Queen of Swords, after this hermit mode hang one energy, you may have to speak your truth. Just do it with love. You don't have to be ugly about it. You just have to stick to your guns or what you know so that you can get your goods. Don't let them keep you from what you got going on, because there's a lot on this table, but there's a lot that could block it if you allow it. You got high honor here, this child situation, which is new businesses, opportunity, or in some cases, even actual children. You got a divine partnership here with this privileged lady and the main male. It says, open your heart. Your heart is safe. Put down your defenses. Let go of the fear of vulnerability. Open your heart to receive the love of others and allow yourself to have new experiences. Sometimes we hold on to the uncomfortable past just because it's familiar. Trauma bonds. A lot of us are trauma bonded to people out here in this experience because we all got some kind of dysfunction in our past. But we can get over that. And yeah, you don't have to stay down that route. Spiritual path. Realign with your spirit, refocus on your spiritual life, and actively connect with the divine. Honoring your true self allows you to get back into sync with your highest good. So you don't have to stay lulled to sleep by these haters that's over here envying. And like I said, they steadily sticking a stick in the spokes on your bicycle trying to trip you up and keep you stuck there with them. But Spirit then already invited you to show up. He said, what did it say? Suit up, show up, and open up and step into this change in your own authenticity, expectation, believe in better outcomes. Life delivers to us what we expect from it. Ask yourself, what is the best that could happen? Expect good things so that life can rise to meet you. And I think we're going to end up here, see if we can get an advice from Spirit towards the end here on a more positive note. Yeah, be open to receiving love and abundance. Love yourself. Self love is the foundation of attracting love from others. And synchronicities, note and trust meaningful coincidences. Like I said, you were meant to be here. I'm not sure who this reading is for because this is not normally what I see, but obviously that this reading is a synchronicity for you. It's kind of like your little nudge, your wake up call. Spirit is saying when they see what's going on, somebody is trying to keep you from a beautiful beginning and a beautiful season of change. You're going to have to go into this hang woman energy to kind of suss it out and figure out. Let Spirit show you who or what it is that you need to kind of cut loose in this Three of Swords energy. Get this fake Knight of Cups mess away from you so that you can invite this king in, this king of keys. So that yeah, with this main male, main woman energy, you got some big stuff that you can attract, but not in the current trajectory. You got to look it through, figure it out, sort through it, and move ahead. But you can do it because Spirit is inviting you to, and they're telling you, go the distance. This is your reading, dear ones. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today. I hope this gives you some clarity and some information or a direction to move in. And of course, I am going to pull a love reading later that may give you some further insight if you suspect that the one that's holding you up may be somebody either in your current love energy or in your emotional past. Because sometimes it may not even be nobody you still with. It could be something in your past still holding on to your energy. But until we figure it out, like you say, you can't figure out how to move past it until you can figure it out and see what it is. So I definitely invite you to join me for that reading as well. But until then, again, thank you for allowing me to read for you. If you got benefit from it, please give the video a thumbs up. If you know someone that might benefit from it, please share it with them. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so as well. Until next time, family, I love you. Peace and blessings to you. Namaste.